Alright, hello and welcome to the matchup of not the century, because who the fuck cares at this point about versus battles? I mean, Screw Attack kind of just drove it into the fucking ground with all their monetized bullshit and that. But I made a community poll on that, uh, talking about how one of my friends thinks, like, I legit say thinks, right? He somehow thinks MonsterVerse Godzilla can beat Goku. I keep telling him no, and I proved with a lot of fucking evidence, right? I literally streamed my Discord for him, showed him pieces of like the manga, the anime, whatnot, right? Like this was just Dragon Ball Super Goku. And he still thinks, right? He still thinks Godzilla can beat Goku, all because he watched a video about which it's probably like the biggest, like 100% non-canon comic to Godzilla beating Superman, which was, I think, Godzilla X Kong versus the Justice League, which I think is, I state that, like, with all my fucking existence, that comic is not canon to either the Justice League or like the MonsterVerse Godzilla. So what I will be doing today in this episode is I will be touching up on, like, for Goku it would be anime only, and for MonsterVerse Godzilla it would be only the movies, because I do not have access to any tie-in comics and that, like, this is just going to be fully unbiased because, like, I don't really give a shit about both these characters. Like, they're not my favorite characters, like, in either franchise, right? So this is basically more unbiased compared to shit like something Screw Attack would do, because Screw Attack would be like, Godzilla is like infinite and hypersonic. I can't do that fucking voice. They'd pull out some bullshit. We all know how Screw Attack is. If you don't know who Screw Attack is, it's Death Battle. And in the recent announcement of Goku vs. Superman 3, which no one gives a fuck about, to be honest, like, the fucking two last videos were 10 and 8 years ago. Like, 2013, 2015. So, in 2023, we don't really give a fuck. So, yeah. And we all know it. I've already said it before. Like, Goku loses because, Superman has way more feats and shit. Like, you pile Superman's feats into one thing, it's all out there, bro. Goku's feats, like, doesn't have that many feats compared to Superman. So, yeah, we all know who the victor is, like, already. And some people think, oh, you're just crying because Goku loses. Bro, I don't give a fuck about Goku. I do not give a fuck. Goku's not my favorite. Shut the fuck up. Man, anyway. Let's touch in on, was it Godzilla vs. Goku, or Goku versus Godzilla, specifically, like, media, like animated media only. So, like, for Goku anime, Godzilla MonsterVerse movies. So that's it. So Goku has, okay, let's start off with, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go like Godzilla first. So Godzilla, from what I know from the movies and that, because I do have the movies on my hard drive. So Goku, I guess, why do I always keep saying Goku? Godzilla has a feat where some people class him as hypersonic due to him being able to, what was it? I need to breathe for some reason. I need to breathe. So, MonsterVerse Godzilla has a feat which a lot of people have claimed is hypersonic because of how fast he drilled his atomic breath through the Earth's crust and the mantle to get to the hollow Earth where Kong is. So if this, like, claims that he's hypersonic, well, his beam is and shit, sure, because his beam does cover a lot of distance, and because of the amount of heat it produces, I'm sure it's, that feat is plausible. I know I said I'm not going to go with, like, your tie-in comics, but there was a tie-in comic where it's like, fucking Godzilla like fought something that could like end the Earth or some shit. Like there have been claims like, oh, Godzilla could end the Earth if he wanted to or some shit. I know there was another statement by someone that he took the brunt of King Ghidorah's lightning bolts, which was akin to 10 like hurricanes or superstorms. You know, like the big fucking hurricane that Ghidorah, like the Category 5 hurricane Ghidorah flies around in, and that produces a ton of lightning that was fucking up the world and shit. So apparently each of King Ghidorah's lightning bolts is akin to 10 times of just that one storm. So yeah, Godzilla is durable. I mean, Ghidorah picked him up, right, to the atmosphere. Well, not really to the full atmosphere and shit, and dropped him, which, you know, like Godzilla was still in a weakened state in that, and he was kind of fucked up, to be honest. I'm trying to think what other feats in that. Godzilla was able to fight for like Kong for like a full day or something. That's another stuff. I'm going off like based on what I heard and shit. So I thought it was like 2 days or something, but like remembering the movie and shit, it's like he fought Kong for like 1 day and shit. Which 2 fights he beat the shit out of Kong. Which yes, Godzilla did win those 2 fights in that, because first one they were like, oh, we need to cut the engines and shit, make him think he won. Godzilla was like, alright, cool, I'm fucking off. And then the second one, he basically just showed Kong like, do not fuck with me. And then he got bullied by fucking Mechagodzilla, which is funny. Trying to think what else. I think Godzilla has gone like. Speaking of Mechaghidorah, wait, Mechaghidorah. What the fuck am I saying? Why can I not talk? Speaking of Mechagodzilla, his beam was able to like singe Godzilla when they do the beam struggle, which Godzilla loses because he was in a weakened state. There have been some people who were theorizing like, oh, could Godzilla have beaten Mechagodzilla at full power? Which maybe, I'm not very sure. I mean, it's a hypothetical, you know, what if. We don't know. I mean, he was going like toe to toe with Kong and shit. Godzilla has fought both Mutos before. I've seen from. Okay, here's a spoiler warning. I don't really think it's a spoiler, but in the Monarch show, which is canon to thing. I've only seen like one Monarch scene basically, which was the Godzilla atomic test. They blow up a nuclear bomb in front of Godzilla's face, and he just tanks that shit and leaves. So, yeah, Godzilla can take like full-on hits from. I guess you could scale King Ghidorah like in the MonsterVerse to planetary, so like you could scale like Godzilla around planetary as well. But the thing is, like, comparing Godzilla to Goku would be like an ant trying to lift a mountain, basically. Not even that. Actually, it would be like, I'm trying to think. It would be like a 20-foot boulder trying to hold, or not even that, like a 20-foot boulder trying to fight Mount Everest. Because that's what like comparing Godzilla to Goku is. So let's talk about Goku. Super Goku, who has fought, you know, the likes of Saiyan Saga Vegeta, Frieza in like full power and that, Super Saiyan half power. He's fought the likes of Cell, Majin Buu, even Kid Buu. He's fought Beerus. You know, Beerus who can literally one-tap fucking planets in half. Beerus who can literally destroy planets with these. Like, Goku up to the Buu Saga was mostly like a solar system buster at that point. Or multi-solar system. So, the best thing I could compare, like, Godzilla to, like, even, like, just to actually, like, go against Goku would be Saiyan Saga Goku, so like early Z Goku, basically. When Goku first fought Vegeta, like that is like the best comparison you could ever make, because Goku would have to put up like much of a fight against Godzilla, because at that point he would only have known the Kaioken. Vegeta, who was a planet buster at the time, like an actual planet buster, and Goku struggled a lot with Vegeta and shit. So like, fucking cars. So yeah, like, yeah, I think that would be like the best fight you could put like a Goku against Monster vs Godzilla, because I was talking like, because one of my friend was talking like, actually like, even in the MonsterVerse, Godzilla could like, beat Goku, and I'm like, Goku has fucking MUI, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's automatic fucking dodge. Like, Goku was like, when Goku was fighting beings like Beerus, fucking Broly, Kefla, Jiren, like, the beams, like, their weakest beams could fucking wipe out planets and fucking moons alike. Like, Goku in, like, here's something I know a lot of people have, like, seen, like, if you've seen, like, stuff like, Chuck and that, you've probably seen, like, Goku's feats and shit a lot. I'm gonna reiterate. Goku in the Battle of God Saga was clashing with Beerus. Both of their punches clashing to each other was threatening to annihilate the universe. Like, the waves of their punches, like the energy dispersion across the infinite fucking universe, was threatening to wipe it out. And here's the funny bit, right? That was like very early season 1, like, Super Goku. That was Goku before MUI. He had just found out what Super Saiyan God was. You know, Goku, who was already, like, multi-solar system near Universal at this point. Like, Goku, like, basically became Universal at this point. From just the fight with Beerus. He's fought Goku Black and Fusamasu, who's, like, whose power scaled above, like, his Super Saiyan Blue form, and whose power scaled above Golden Frieza at the time. And then you have beings like Jiren and Broly, whose power levels quite literally scale above beings like Beerus, who can literally one-tap half a planet. And that's Beerus being, like, not even using the full percent of his power. Like, Beerus could easily wipe a planet from existence. Not to mention that Goku has also withstood a Hakai in his base form. Hakai is basically a God of Destruction technique where it can, like, literally erase you from every single plane of existence. You do not exist at all. So Goku withstood that in his base form for, like, several minutes, because Frieza, like, after mentally training, was able to compress the ball and shit. He killed all the assassins and that from the other universe. I think it was Universe 10. And while holding it, he's like, "Here you go, Goku. try this, bitch." And then, you know, Goku was, like, in pain and shit, like, struggling to, like, compress it like Frieza did and shit. In his base form, by the way. And, you know, he did that for several minutes while Frieza was on the phone and shit to another fucking universe. And Beerus literally just blew it away. Like, we just went, go away. Like, it's like when you have a little bug on your arm and that, you just go, get off me, bitch. Like, that's literally what Beerus did. He just blew it away with his breath alone. Like, not to mention, there's the Daizenshu, like, one of the Daizenshu stated that Beerus was the strongest God of Destruction. And then you have beings like, well, I already said, like, yeah, beings like Broly and Jiren. Jiren being whose power level scales above that of, like, the Gods of Destruction. Like, the strongest God of Destruction, like Beerus and that. Jiren's power level in, like, suppress Jiren's power level is above God of Destruction level. And Broly, who also can scale above Beerus because Goku was unable to like solo Broly basically. Uh, Broly in just his super form, like his Super Saiyan form, was able to go toe to toe with both Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and literally, like, fuck with them without even getting, like, a scratch. The only way Goku and Vegeta could have beaten Broly was by fusing, which they did into Gogeta, and I think Super Saiyan Gogeta was able to like start dominating Broly, and then Broly powered up again into his full powered Super Saiyan form, which is the green head form. And Gogeta had to go Super Saiyan Blue, and basically like, uh, there are statements that Gogeta, when he was fighting Broly, he was starting to get serious. Like, he was trying to put Broly down. Like, he was like, alright, I gotta try and get this guy, either knock him out or something. Like, I gotta get him to stop fighting, otherwise he's just gonna keep getting more powerful and more powerful, and we can't fucking have that. So when Gogeta goes to blast Broly with a full-powered Kamehameha, his intent was to kill Broly, because he couldn't get him to settle down. Though, if he had just, like, I was gonna say, there is also a theory that Gogeta's Stardust Breaker, the little orb, that, like, the multicolored orb he throws at Broly, kind of cleanses him, because it's similar to Soul Punisher, which Soul Punisher is quite literally, it's, you might think, oh, does it, like, kill your soul or something? No, what it does, what Soul Punisher does is actually erase all the evil from you. It gets rid of all the evil. So Broly, who was in, like, a full rage mode state, was, I think, calmed down after being hit with that, because after he does get hit with it, you see his eyes have returned, because, you know, when Broly, like, any characters in Dragon Ball where they go, like, insane or, like, crazy and shit, they don't have pupils or eyes. Their eyes are just full white, meaning, like, oh, they're, like, gone crazy, mental, you know, something like that. And Broly comes back to conscious because he was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Who's that? What the fuck's going on? What is going on? And I think, so there is a theory that Gogeta's Stardust Breaker, or Soul Punisher, snapped Broly out of it because of, like, either, like, cleansing his soul or whatever, like getting rid of all the rage and hate and shit. And, well, okay, clear up something. Broly did not hate people. Like, Frieza killed his father right in front of him, and that's what kind of, like, broke Broly, and he went just full Super Saiyan, like, I cannot handle this situation right now. It's just, oh, the person I looked up to my entire life and shit has just died right in front of me, so I'm just gonna, like, mentally just snap. And that's what happened. So, there was, Broly's just full-on rage mode, so, Gogeta cleared that. You know, remind you, like, even after all this, Goku did not beat Broly by himself. And then you got, like, MUI Broly, MUI Broly? What the fuck? That's a scary image. We got MUI Goku, who, can scale to Jiren's full power, because he was literally going toe to toe with Jiren. And he was kind of bullying him at the start and shit. I mean, he punched him through Kaichin, which is the hardest substance in the universe, like, or in the multiverse, because that's what the Tournament Power stage was made out of, Kaichin, or Kachin. And Goku just, like, full on got pissy at him. He just punched him through, like, 3 massive blocks of that. And mind you, and here's the funny bit, I have not got to probably one of the biggest feats the Goku has displayed on screen yet. So, where the Tournament of Power is being held is in an infinite void of nothing, right? Remind you, it's infinite. This, I think the void is outside of the known multiverse. I think. I can't remember. It's been a while since I remember all like the fights and the feats and shit and that. I can't remember like specific details like where the void was. I think it was outside the known multiverse. So outside any universes to avoid collateral damage. And Goku gets sucked into a black hole by Goku got a Universe 7, which is his team, to pour all their energy into a Super Spirit Bomb, which he throws at Jiren. Jiren quite literally uses his energy to push it back, and Kim and Goku are pushing back and forth so much that the Spirit Bomb collapses in on itself and just forms into a black hole, which Goku gets sucked into, right? So Goku got sucked into a black hole, and everyone thought, oh shit, Goku is dead. I can't sense his energy. He is nowhere. Like, did he die? And before they could do anything, like before Goku gets eliminated, something starts shaking the stage. And Elder Kai in both the sub and the dub say that the entire void of, like, the entire, like, realm, like the void of nothing, is quite literally being shaken by something. Which turns out to be Goku. So before Goku even appears, his mere presence and energy, before physically appearing, shook a void of infinite nothing. This made Goku go on a whole nother scale. Like, this is where we get Goku like getting sucked into a black hole and coming out with Ultra Instinct Omen, which, it's like, bro, that's some hardcore shit. Goku probably thought he fucking died, and he's just like, you know what, fuck this. His body, like, ascended, and he got a new transformation / state, which, a lot of people, there's a debate on what MUI is, and I say it's both a state, well, actually not state, it's both a transformation and a technique. Because Goku can, I know I said I'm not bringing up comics or manga and shit, but in the manga, Goku is able to use it in base form and with other transformations. So I think it is a technique / transformation. It's like both, basically. You can use it as a technique, or you can use it as a transformation. One is, I'm using this transformation already, which uses up a lot of energy. I'm going to, like, activate, just Ultra Instinct Omen to dodge and help me on a fight, whereas he could have, activated, like, either mastered or perfected Ultra Instinct, which physically transforms him. So I think it is both a technique and transformation. Moving on, like, if all I've said is just, you might take this with a grain of salt, and that, like, you can watch the anime and the movie and shit. But yeah, I hate to tell you, but Godzilla does not fucking win this by any sort of means. Goku is just on a whole nother level. Like, I would put Goku at, like, multiversal at this point. Because he scales far above, Godzilla. Godzilla in the Monsterverse is stated that he could, like, if he wanted, he could destroy the planet. Whereas Goku shaking an actual, like, infinite void of nothing, like, it's just full on its own. Like, Goku is him, right? I don't get where people think, like, oh, Godzilla can beat Goku just because. It's like, okay then, how so? Because you can't really take in the fucking, like, Justice League, like, comic as canon, because that thing is definitely not canon. The fact that, like, I will admit, even as a Dragon Ball fan, I would admit, the fact that Godzilla, like, the Monsterverse Godzilla, no doubt, beat Superman. The motherfucker who can, like, bench press a country. Or a continent, right? Like, Like, the fact that anyone thinks that Godzilla could go toe-to-toe with fucking, like, Dragon Ball Super Goku. The only version of Goku I would put up against MonsterVerse Godzilla, like, from the movies and canonical lore and shit, would be, like, early, I think early Dragon Ball, like, Saiyan Saga Goku to Namek Saga Goku. Because after Goku goes Super Saiyan, he is just on a whole nother level. Like, he's already scaled above Godzilla. It's not even fucking fair at this point. So yeah, that's just my take on this. There have been people who wanted to see this video. I have no idea how long this video has been. But yeah. If you enjoyed, thanks for watching and that. I don't get why, like, I had to make this video, but I didn't want to, because my friend is just such an idiot that he thinks a non-canon comic means, like, anything. If it's not canon, then that doesn't mean shit, basically. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I was gonna say like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why, I just don't like that. If you enjoyed my video, kudos. You enjoyed my stuff. Anyway, I'll see you in another video or something. It's my first versus video.